The hidden impact of overproduction on economy and environment. Explore how overproduction affects the environment, economy, and consumer culture, and why making too much can be a major hidden problem. The hidden costs of overproduction. Why making too much can hurt us all. Hey, let me tell you about something that's been on my mind lately. Overproduction. You might think it's just about companies making a ton of stuff to sell more, but it actually has way deeper consequences that affect everything from the environment to our wallets, and even the economy. It's like this invisible problem that just creeps into so many parts of our lives without most people realizing it. So, what exactly is overproduction? Simply put, it's when more goods are made than what's actually needed or wanted by consumers. Now, that might sound like a win at first. More products, lower costs, right? But the reality is a lot more complicated and, honestly, pretty scary. The environmental nightmare. Let's start with something we all care about: the environment. Overproduction means factories are running overtime, using up more raw materials, energy, and water than necessary. All this extra stuff usually ends up sitting in warehouses, or worse, getting thrown away. That creates massive waste and pollution. Think about fast fashion, where millions of clothes are produced, worn a few times, and then tossed out. This creates mountains of textile waste that landfills just can't handle. But it's not just fabrics. Electronics, plastics, packaged food. All these industries flood the market with more than we possibly need. This rush to create and sell stuff leads to deforestation, higher carbon emissions, and polluted oceans. It's a chain reaction of damage that's hard to repair. The economic puzzle. Why more isn't always better. You might think overproduction is a good thing economically because it pushes prices down, letting people buy more. But here's the catch. When products pile up with no buyers, companies actually lose money. They might slash prices, but it eats into profits and can lead to layoffs or business closures. Sometimes this results in a whole industry crisis where everyone suffers, from workers to consumers. And here's a weird part. Overproduction can trigger recessions. When businesses can't sell all their goods, they cut back on production, lay off workers, and reduce spending. Suddenly, the economy slows down. It's kind of a vicious cycle that experts have been talking about for ages. Consumer culture and waste. Overproduction is closely tied to consumer culture, the endless push to buy more, have the latest thing, and upgrade constantly. Advertisements fuel this cycle every day. But when companies produce excess goods to create this demand, it often leads to planned obsolescence, where products are designed to wear out quickly so you'll buy the next version. It's a trap that keeps us spending and throwing away, which just pumps up that overproduction problem. What about those conspiracy theories? Sometimes you'll hear whispers online about government conspiracy theories that industries deliberately overproduce to manipulate markets or control people. While many of these ideas are just untrue allegations, there's an undeniable complexity to how some industries, especially things like pharmaceutical profits, may prioritize business over genuine public good. But it's important to separate fact from fiction and look at concrete causes like consumer demand and market forces rather than jumping to conclusions. Possible solutions. Can we fix this? Honestly, tackling overproduction isn't simple, but some changes can help. Moving towards more sustainable production methods and circular economies, where materials are reused and recycled, is a big step. Consumers can also be part of the solution by buying less, choosing quality over quantity, and supporting brands that focus on sustainability. Governments and companies need to rethink how they measure success. Instead of focusing on volume sold, maybe profits aligned with responsibility and long-term resource management should rule. It's a shift that would take time, but could help reduce waste and environmental harm drastically. Final thoughts. All this talk about overproduction might seem a little heavy, but it's something that really touches all of us daily, even if we don't realize it. The stuff piling up in warehouses, the ads pushing us to buy more, the environmental damage we can't ignore, it's all linked. And hey, if you enjoy stories with a twist about how the world really works, check out The Ultimate Frame. It's an exciting novel by Andrew M. Semple that weaves in mystery and intrigue and gives you a fresh way to think about truth and deception in today's world. Discover this thrilling novel today by visiting https://bookauthor.com. You'll enjoy the ride.